So today I'm going to show you the top 3 players in every position on FC26 with a realistic budget that you can use at the start of the game. Let's go. So like I mentioned, we do have the top 3, but I'm going to chuck in an MVP as well. But starting off on that bronze podium, but not necessarily meaning that he is bad, because it's the top 3. Unai Simon, La Liga goalkeeper, and with him being Spanish, he's going to allow that chemistry to link up with all the other crazy outfield players. But he is one of the few that has the 1v1 close down, which I believe is going to be pretty effective. Then we have Chevalier from PSG, and this is one of the few goalkeepers that is going to give you a fantastic playstyle combo with the goalkeeper plus role. He's French, easy links, PSG as well with crazy players. And then Kobel gives you that 1v1 close down plus. Very nice playstyle. He also has 84 reactions, which isn't that bad when you consider the cost of all the other goalkeepers and what it's going to set you back. Like, you want someone that's substantial but cheap. So he's going to be really nice. But the MVP has to go to Oblak. This guy is always in my teams. EA have already patched the game. They've nerfed low drivens. Like, it's not even out yet, and they've nerfed the low driven. So I think far reach is going to be much better, and he has base far reach and just really going to be strong. One of the few cards that has it at that top level, so keep an eye out for him. So I know it might be a little bit scary spending a lot of coins on those lower rated cards, but I know you pay for what you get. Like, he's massive, he gives you both fullback roles, and he's just very quick with base quick step playstyle, which is just mad. Then we have Klaus that has intercept base, and just when you bring up his stats, he looks phenomenal, and you're not going to shy away from passing him the ball with 78 dribbling, decent speed. I think he's going to be awesome, and he usually does play well on the game. But then we've got Denzel Dumfries in that number 1 position. You cannot ignore his physicality boost when you compare him to the other two. He is probably going to be the guy that you're going to want to buy and just make coins on. But I have to mention this guy. The MVP is Llorente in everybody's teams, and I know he's going to be in mine at some point. And early doors with these stats, like, it's so hard to come by. Like, he is without a doubt the MVP. So we've seen Oblak, Llorente, and now Hanko is popping up. So there's a trend going on here, Atletico Madrid. And it's not to say that you can't use him in any other team, but just having that combo early on, your defense is essentially built. Well, you got another 2 players, but this man looks really balanced. He's giving me that like Ronald overpowered vibe. 77 pace, 82 defending physical, very, very good. Then we've got Ibanez. He has to go in second place just because of that sheer speed and recovery, but he can back it up with that 85 physical and some decent play styles, I must admit. Murillo though, and he's in the number 1 spot, although he doesn't have as much pace as Ibanez and even the physicality, just like that typical overpowered 83 monster. But the next upgrade is Konate. And I know there's going to be a lot of focus on Pacho, Virgil van Dijk, and, you know, tons of like very good players. But Konate, I don't know what it is about him. Maybe it is the 86 overall rating. It just provides and just gives off that like overpoweredness. If you're considering a Bundesliga team or a German build, Ram is the only playable option. And he may be a 101, but his stats are very good and he can back it up. Passing, dribbling, pace, that's more than enough to start off FC26. Then we've got Balde in the second position. I can't ignore this card. Like, I don't know what they do to him in game, but he doesn't even feel that weak. He gives you base quick step, anticipate, very nice pace, and lovely ability just to get down the line and set up your attackers. And Kirkes, I feel like a cross between Ram and Balde, but because of that Liverpool transfer and him being in the Premier League, I just imagine him to be like very OP and broken. Hernandez, yes, you might have taken him out of the Serie A, but you've not taken away his stats. Like, this is still an unbelievable card. Is it deserved though? Should he be as good as this? Transferred away? Maybe. So when I'm searching for CDMs, I'm looking for high pace physicality that I can play alongside a Barella S-type player. But Zakaria is one of the few players that gives you intercept and anticipate, because the only other player off the top of my head is Matuidi. Nmeka looks brilliant though. Pace, the physicality, the dribbling. He looks like Musa Sissoko from back in the day. But then Tchouameni, you could argue, doesn't look as good as the other two stat-wise, but the play styles are just super balanced. And I don't know what it is. Every year, they just make him feel quicker in game. And the way he locks it down, like, he's big, he's bulky, he's just incredible. But he ain't going to be beating the MVP, which is Gravenberch. Now, that is the absolute pinnacle, because not only do you have the physicality, the height, which is important, but he gives you the dribbling. I've got to be honest, I believe that Edison should get moved up slightly on the podium ranking, but regardless, I'm going to show you the top 3 anyway. But this is a card that provides so many playstyles. It's absurd, really. When you check out his rating, the stats that you get, like the really nice balance, he is without question one of the best buys that you're going to want to pick up at the start of FC26. And in the second position, that may have been third, Crystal Dunn. This is still an incredible card though. Like, she gives you the quick step, she gives you lovely control. You get the benefit with her obviously being smaller as she's a female. Lovely positions as well, which is an added bonus to be able to grow with her and the team. She's just really secure, and I liked her on FC25. But then we have heaps in the number 1 spot. Incisive plus. She only has 64 defending, but the way I picture it is have her in more of like an attacking centre mid role. You can play a cam as well if you really want to, but I'd play her as in like an attacking centre mid on some good instruction and get use out of the incisive further up the pitch, the finishing with her play styles. Like, she looks incredible, and I do not believe she's going to be that expensive on the game. MVP, Reinders. Reinders with a tiki-taka plus, and the responsiveness, well, EA supposedly have increased like the passing speed or how you can quickly get your passes off. So you add that with the tiki-taka, this guy is just going to be cooking. I'm not sure about you, but literally everyone has been sleeping on this card. I've gone through starter teams, community builds, and not one person has mentioned Zakani. I don't know if it's a Serie A thing and everyone's focusing on La Liga, Premier League, but this is a player that provides very good play styles and incredible stats. And 84 rated. So he's not like a stinker that's 80 that you're going to want to upgrade from straight away. I could see this guy being running potentially like a FUT Champs build. But Kingsley Coman has to be moved into that silver slot. You know how good he is every year. From FIFA 17 to hopefully FC 26. This is a card that gives you the rapid plus, super smooth on the ball. Like, I've always loved his dribble, like just so responsive. And then Chawinga is basically like what you want. She gives you 82 shot, which is mad, 85 rated, which is a decent level, but that pace, the dribble, the position as a striker as well, although we're focusing on left mid, but she can really play anywhere. Left wing, left mid, striker. She gives you the lot. But the MVP, Kvara. Now, I'm not going to suggest that he's going to be better than Chawinga. I just think that this card, from how he played last year on my RTG, his informed boost was so nice. And that move over to PSG, there's a lot of hype around that club. I think they're going to juice him up differently. He's not going to be as cheap as he was, but he's going to be a very, very good pickup. So for the right mids, I do believe that Pedro Neto will set you back a little bit just because of the Premier League links. But what I rate about this card is, let's say you've been struggling in a 4-4-1-1, so you've had that lone striker, and you want that flexibility to switch up and just trial some things, you can then throw him up top alongside somebody else. So he gives you the right wing, the left mid, the right mid, like, that's amazing. And then Adeyemi in their second position, quick step plus is no joke at the start of the game. And he was very good on FC 25, just literally legging it down the line. But what I also like, and we're playing on that flexibility, the cam roll. So 4-2-3-1 narrow, he gives you the winger formations, he gives you everything. But then Diaby, what you see is what you get, right mid, right wing. His speed and his dribbling. Well, he was smoother last year than Adeyemi, but they're both quality cards to want to run. When you're looking for the pinnacle, it's Lauren James. Physicality like no other player. She's so fast, she's got good play styles, like, oh god, she's so good. So over the years, I used to take wingers and play them at cam off chemistry just to benefit from the added pace and the dribbling, but you can't really necessarily do that anymore, and you take away from a lot of playmaking. This is an incredible card that once again is being slept on. No one has him in their teams, but the play styles are phenomenal. So really consider this player, even as like an attacking sentiment as well, because he has that role. But Mateus Cunha, just because of the Manchester United move, the stats, I mean, 85 shot though is pretty serious in its own right, and 84 dribbling like does back it up. But Trincao, this is like the ultimate play style. If you checked out that video, he's an expert. He's got every single play style that you'd want when it would come to like playmaking, and with him being Portuguese as well, just link him up with Pedro, like that would be a nasty build. But the MVP has to be Cole Palmer. Now there will be better like players on the game, but we're trying to consider the value, right? And when it comes to Cole Palmer's playmaking, to have that early on, like really high stat, the dribbling, and if it is anything like the beta, he's going to be really effective. Like, he is so good. They've properly made him this year. So we're now going to move up and slightly across into that right wing position, and I predict that Elanga is going to be proper broken. I'm hoping that he's going to be the Malin 2.0 from FC 25 that's used. I don't even mind in everyone else's teams, but I just want him to be broken. He does have the low driven, which is nice, but I did mention they've, you know, affected the effectiveness of the actual shot itself, but just with that enforcer play style to shield and then pace, like, I think he's going to be crazy. The fact that you can actually play as a striker as well is silly, but the speed, the dribbling, she can back it up with a bit of physicality, and the shot is just going to be reliable enough early on FC 26. A mad card. Like, you need to check out her play styles. But Mbeumo, that is one of the most balanced 85 rated players you're going to see, and to be able to play him striker as well, oh no, he's probably going to be about 150k. The MVP in the right wing position has to be Diani. Now, she broke my heart. Like, I think it was a Team of the Year nominee card that was awful, like when she played so well as a Thunderstruck and then she just dropped off. But Diani has been given the finesse shot plus this year instead of Trivela. That's game changing. So we're going to jump across the left wing, but this is a card that can play left mid striker. The versatility is endless. Well, you got 3 roles. But Diaz, I predicted that he's going to be really broken in an earlier video, and I stick by that. But Salma in second position with good speed, good passing, physicality, like that is amazing. And you can also play a striker, but left wing, she's going to be quality wherever you play her, in my opinion. But Nico Williams, you take that shot down a little bit, but you get that rapid plus play style. If you're picking a player just to leg it down the line and be effective with that style, it's going to be Nico Williams. And then in the left wing position for the MVP, it's got to be... I've forgotten. It's Rafa Leao. The reason why I forgot is because I thought I was going to be putting in Heung-min Son, but he's transferred over to the MLS and it's going to be a little bit harder to get him in. But Leao, although he's been given a downgrade, quick step, rapid, still got the finesse shot. He's got really everything you would want anyway, and I don't think it's going to affect his price too much. So he's one of those that if you buy early, you're going to make money, like easy. So before I show you the last position, make sure to join my Discord. There'll be a link in the description. There's an FC26 giveaway going on there, and you can join the community. Get involved. Link below. But Ramirez in that, well, third position, this is a card that you're not going to be able to find someone better looking than this. The balance to physicality, pace, shooting, everything. And she's only 83 rated, and you could play a cam if you really wanted to. But then we've got Inaki Williams. This might be a surprise that he's been put into that striker position, but there is good reason, because when a lot of like regular players get on the game, they filter striker. Who do I use? They don't have the database available. So who will pop up? Openda. And that's what I believe is going to cause his price to be like very, very expensive. He's good though. Openda, very good option. But Inaki Williams, he might go under the radar a little bit. But number 1, Domone. You know how much I like this card on FC25. And it's just the dribbling that you get and the shooting, the pace. Like, she is going to be so effective yet again. But the MVP has to be Padgel. And I know you've seen it on the thumbnail. 3-star, 3-star Padgel. That is what you're going to have to see past. But you get that early on. She's not going to be super expensive as well. But the consistency with the finish shot plus that they've given her, as well as just all round, her stats are brilliant. That is a quality card. I'm going to use that personally, like day 1, day 2. Hopefully I can get enough coins to bring that in, because you want to be able to take your chances. It's super frustrating when you're playing well and you're not putting the ball in the back of the net. Well, Padgel, she's going to finish it. So yeah, make sure you bookmark this video, and when you get on the game, you'll remember all these cards that we spoke about today. And if you have enjoyed, thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care for now. Peace.